Fruitful Office is the leading UK office fruit provider. We deliver baskets, crates and boxes to companies across the UK. I founded the company together with my partner Vasco almost 20 years ago in London. The idea came, we were both working in corporate environments. We found that companies we were working for had started to look into healthy options. I eventually left the company I was working for, and so did Vasco, and we set it up shortly afterwards. Sustainability at Fruitful Office is a core pillar of what we do. Right from the beginning, we designed, as you can see, I mean, this is our core first product. Zero plastic was the concept around the product. The core product kind of governed the policy around our approach to the environment, and we've adopted that across everything we do. You know, from the suppliers we talk to, how we source our produce, so we don't buy air-freighted produce. We try and buy as much UK produce as we can to reduce food miles. The next step is then to buy from Western Europe. So then we look at Western Europe, what can we get from Western Europe? And then there are some fruits like bananas which have to come from the tropics. So there's nothing we can do about that. And we are conscious in trying to reduce or minimise the food miles of the fruit going into the mixes. Leading up to us starting to use the Climate Essentials package, we were finding that our stakeholders were keen, specifically our clients were keen to understand what our impact on climate was. So it was the right time also for us to start looking at it as a business. We were lucky that the Southern Council recommended that we have a look at Climate Essentials, and we did a review of it, and we liked the way it was set up. We were looking for something that was self-managed and affordable, rather than using a consultancy, which would obviously add a lot more cost to the way we did it. Also, as an objective, you know, of our staff internally, I think by owning the data, by preparing the data themselves, they take ownership and they're more engaged in how in how the sustainability plan unfolds.
The first time when I was using platform, and basically I had to do this by myself, but it was quite easy and straightforward process. And for sure the big advantage is the ability to edit information later on, because the biggest challenge is to actually get all the data and information from departments within the company. But when I have this, it's very easy to use. Within Fruitful Office, we introduce electric vans. So at the moment we have over 30, we have 30 chargers. We are installing more chargers. We change the lighting to LEDs and do a few other things.
We're recycling or reusing approximately 97% of our waste, so we're very close.
So this is our waste area. Over there we have cardboard, so we are everything compacting in the baler. This is our fruit waste. So we are using re-food. They're basically converting fruit waste into the energy to power the houses. And we still have some basically landfill waste, but this is something that we are planning to reduce.
Our biggest focus going forward is going to be talking to our suppliers, trying to understand what they're doing to minimise their carbon emissions, and working with them to try and find solutions to doing that.
So in our internal FFO system, we are starting registering weight per supplier, and then when we have weight automatically calculated, we can ask them for daily numbers, what they are delivering to us, so then we should be able easily, basically by supplier, know what was their emission. With this, it will be much easier to track this and to try to reduce in the future.
What it enabled us to do, Climate Essentials, is basically split out scope 1, 2 and 3 and understand very carefully where our emissions were coming from in the company. And by first understanding that, then you can understand how then you're going to take it going forward and tackle the various areas. And it also allowed us to set in place a plan for the future, to heading towards net zero of carbon emissions, but also having a reporting process that we're kind of committed to year on year.